This is Pharaoh's House.
Within Podisode 26, I initiated the following statement. As portals, we are catalysts. We can affect potential now, as well as resonating effects beyond the present. Can you control or influence catalytic activities, your own or those not your own? Furthermore, should you endeavor to do so? Answers to this question are multiple. Some catalytic actions are already set to be autonomic from the timing of your arrival. Others are set to automatic with manual settings that you can opt to toggle. Then there are those that have nothing to do with fetal formation in utero. These portals were made solely for access by you. But for most, they wane dormant, or they've become vulnerable. They've been hacked and overtaken by opportunistic influences. The following list is not conclusive. It includes various actions and influences that, on this list, represent both common, opportunistic influences and natural ones. Number 1, doctored biological entities, especially those that contain replicating infectious and lethal forms of life, including bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa, prions, or poisonous chemical toxins produced by living organisms. 2, nanomaterials, as in nanometals, nanopolymers, and nano or microplastic. 3, vulnerable dream patterns. 4, stagnant thought and speech patterns. 5, foods, especially adulterated and or electrically null foods. Ionizing, non-ionizing frequency waves and ionizing radiation, aka ELF, RF, EM, and EMR. 7, musical and tonal patterns. 8, conception and arrival, aka beginning and birth. 9, breathing. 10, digestion. These are just a few. As I said, this is not conclusive. Whether experienced as ethereal or physical, ideally you should be able to recognize when there is an unnatural change to the flow of overall energy that you sense constantly, even while so-called sleeping. To simplify and clarify my words for complete comprehension and absorption, we'll look at the so-called bodily cells. I'll illustrate how they operate or function as portals on both physical and ethereal formats. Envision, as opposed to imagine, cells in your body as tiny portals or gateways. These portals have specific functions and allow different things to pass in and out, much like portals in a video game or a movie might transport or change characters. So-called cell membrane, which surrounds each cell, acts like the gatekeeper of the portal. It controls what can enter and exit the cell, regulating the flow of substances in and out. Just like a security guard at a portal, the cell membrane selectively allows certain molecules to pass through while keeping others out. In the longer version of this Podisode, available on Patreon, I'll include the names of trace minerals that magnify the regulating strengths of each cell. Trace minerals like molybdenum, selenium, boron, just to name a few. Your participation is appreciated. This part of the Podisode ends here. The longer version is available only to subscribing participants. Subscribe today through one of the links shown in the description to absorb the entire Podisode.
Pharaoh's House Podisode is the sole property of PharohsHouse.com. All third-party copyrights revert to their original owners. To inquire about syndication or sponsorship, please visit our website at PharohsHouse.com.